Let's be honest about this system and corporate greed. The endless pressure to buy, especially around the holiday seasons, is a distraction from the real issues that are taking place right now in this country. Whether you're talking about the stripping away of healthcare, whether you're talking about the freezing of SNAP benefits, whether you are talking about ICE just coming in and grabbing people off the street and disappearing them. These are real issues that are facing us and our communities every single day. So we can't just be talking about the mental health without addressing the systems that are causing the stress, that are causing the anxiety, and that are causing the depressions that fall onto us, especially during this time of year every year. It's real, and sometimes the best medicine is going to be taking action. All right, family, you guys know I'm your girl, Corey, and welcome back to another episode of the Melanin Wellness Podcast. And I'm pretty sure that by that beginning of the show, you know what we're talking about today. We're talking about how we are going to reclaim our holidays and boycott economically to make sure that we are combating corporate greed. And we're also talking about how we're going to avoid the usual holiday burnout. Part of that is going to be understanding the dynamics here that we have when it comes to the economic system and how things are set up. Now, y'all already know that the holiday season has been hijacked, and it has been for years. It has been turned into this commercialized, consumeristic frenzy that is designed to drain your bank accounts and your sanity. But this year is going to be different because we're not doing that. We are not doing that because let's be crystal clear. What is taking place right now in the United States, this corporatization of everything and the fascism that is slowly creeping into our culture, we're not having it. We are not here for it. So let's get into today's episode. Now, I want to make this perfectly clear to anyone who is listening, no matter where you may be. I stand with you. I am actively denouncing the fascism that is taking hold globally, not just in the United States. And for me, that means hitting them where it really hurts, the wallet. I am absolutely withholding my funds from these large faceless corporations that capitalize off of the backs of working people. They use that greed to help fund what is taking place in this world globally right now. And so I will not be contributing to that, nor will my family. They are prioritizing profit over people, which is apparent by the amount of layoffs, by the amount of benefits being taken away from people. They are prioritizing what their bottom lines are over the well-being of the people of this country. So my dollars won't be going to that. So just know that I am absolutely with you. This episode may or may not premiere before the economic boycott takes place. However, the economic boycott is from November 25th to December 2nd. I believe that's what was announced. However, I personally don't feel like that there should be a deadline on an economic boycott. All this year, my family and I have really began to tighten our purse strings because we have chosen to shop with smaller businesses, Black-owned businesses. We have chosen to make things at times. I started my own garden. I began finding some of the best farmers markets in my area instead of going to these overpriced grocery stores. There are times, of course, you're going to have to go to the grocery stores for certain things. However, do the best you can to choose the ones that are more in support of your communities, because that is what I have been doing. We have been actively changing our spending habits because we will no longer continue to fund our own demise. Now, understand that an economic boycott isn't just about a social media trend or these emotional frenzies. That's not what this is about. Economic boycott is about being intentional with your dollars. It's about shifting the energy and the support and your money into places that need it. Your local businesses, your Black-owned businesses, small community shops, spots on like marketplaces such as Etsy, or just keeping it in your own pocket. Because sometimes y'all know we buy stuff that we do not need. Unfortunately, I have fallen prey to that foolishness as well. But when you're going to spend that dollar, be intentional about where you are spending that dollar. Because you may not be able to see now how this plays onto your mental health, but it absolutely does, because the pressure to spend more creates anxiety. See how that goes hand in hand? And that has an overall effect on your emotional well-being. Because when you are stressed, you now are more prone to doing things like stress eating or not even eating at all. So you're not taking care of your body, your overall well-being, because you are feeling that pressure and that stress. So we are going to take this away from these big box stores and the $500 carts, right? So you're wondering, if we take away the big box stores and the $500 carts, what are we left with? The true meaning of the holiday season is supposed to be about community, family, reflection, and giving from the heart, not necessarily your credit cards. I remember as a little girl, there would be food banks and homeless shelters. And I remember our churches at the time used to give out things to the hungry. They would have these little gift bags. They would put them in little brown paper bags. At least this is what my church would do. Brown paper bags, and they would have fruit in them and things like that. And they would hand them out. That is the true meaning of this holiday. We have gotten so sucked into commercialism to think that how you feel has to have a dollar tag attached to it. The essence of this time of year is not forced cheer or being fake or debt. It's about taking care of each other, spending time with each other. I love this time of year because it gives me the opportunity to spend time with my family that I don't normally have throughout the rest of the year. Throughout the rest of the year, we've got so many things going on. We are busy. I have a house full of athletes, as many of you know. I've talked about it on the show before. And so we are on the go constantly. Things tend to slow down just a bit during the holiday season. And so I look forward to this time because I get to spend time with my family. Okay? It's about the time that we're spending together, the simple act of doing things like lighting candles. I love candles, by the way. It's one of my favorites. Sharing meals together, showing deep, genuine loyalty to our loved ones. That's the beauty of the season that we should be focused on. And we shouldn't only be doing this once per year. That's one of the things that I don't like. Like, you can see some people being the most generous people, the kindest people during the holidays. But that should be going on all year round. I'm just saying. I'm not about to get on no soapbox about that part, right? This time of year is also the perfect time to rest and heal. You've probably been through a hell of a year, just like we all have. But we each have personal things that we have dealt with and battled with throughout the year on top of all the rest of the things. So it's the perfect time to prioritize that rest. Healing from trauma, is everyone's right. And I know that sometimes, people don't want to think about traumas during the holiday. However, unfortunately, most of the times that is when it resurfaces the most. I know that for me, that was always the case. So the holidays can be very difficult for some folks. Lots of grief, lots of pain, lots of sorrow. Instead of the joy that should be taking place during this time of year. So use this time to do something that makes you feel good. Do something like crocheting. Crocheting is one of my things. Y'all know I love to crochet. It's my favorite pastime. Reading, sleeping, cooking, journaling, working out, whatever that looks like for you. Do those things that truly nourish your spirit and your soul. Don't burn out for a corporation's bottom line, because, baby, when I tell you they don't care about us, they do not care about us. I do believe that Sephora's commercial with Mariah Carey showed us that they don't care about us. If you ain't seen that little commercial, go look it up on YouTube. Burnout is a serious sign that your boundaries are completely gone. So use this time to rebuild them while you're spending time with the people who matter the most. You can have an abundance of joy without spending a dime at these big box stores. So I'm going to give you a couple of ways to celebrate, just a few. And they feel good. They're a lot of fun. So number one, you can give the gift of time or service. Offer to do something for somebody who matters. Or you could offer to go to a food bank to volunteer your services and your strength. If you decide to do something for a friend or a family member, something like babysitting or helping them clean or helping them with whatever it is that they need help with, grocery shopping, take some tasks off their hands. That's a gift. That is more valuable than any mass-produced thing, because I'm going to tell you right now, if my friends come to me saying, how can I help you? Listen, I'm putting y'all to work. Y'all going to be over here helping with social media content and podcast stuff. That is a gift in and of itself. And I want to give a shout out right now, actually, to all 4 of my children at home, because they have helped me tremendously with this show. They have helped with in the backgrounds of social media scheduling, captions, editing. They've helped with articles in the magazine. If you guys did not get the chance to read the fall issue of the Melanin Wellness Podcast magazine, please grab that. 2 of my babies wrote articles in that magazine, and they were absolutely chef's kiss. I am so proud of them. But doing things like that helped me. That's a gift to me in and of itself. So just think about it. You know your friends best. You know your family members best. And the things that could be of service. Because being of service to others, it feels good. I know it does for me. So number 2, we talked about this a few minutes ago, craft and create. Remember, I love crafting, y'all. Y'all heard that a few minutes ago. But handmade gifts are not cheap. So let's not think they are, because you got to get all the supplies. But what they are is personal and soulful. That means that you thought long and hard about the person that you're choosing to make this homemade gift for. And when I tell you that there are 1,000,001 ideas of amazing things you can make using supplies from various places like Dollar Tree or, your local craft store or wherever that is, you can make some absolutely amazing, personal, soulful gifts. Again, crocheting is something. So if you know how to crochet sweaters, blankets, I remember 3 years ago, I made my entire family blankets. I crocheted them all blankets. They still have those blankets to this day. Like, my son's about to go away to college next year, as well as my daughter, and they're probably going to take them blankets right on with them. My grandmother used to crochet blankets for the whole family. I have several that she crocheted for me, and I will continue to have them. In fact, she crocheted blankets for every baby that came into the family. And my oldest child is almost 30. And to this day, I still have his crochet blanket, because that meant more to me and to him than anything that she could have bought in the stores. So I'm just saying, you could make a personalized poem. You can go into Canva, write a poem, go get yourself an inexpensive frame, put it in there, frame it beautifully. Boom. That is an amazing gift. Bake something. Like, pretty much everybody love to eat. So you can make cookies and cupcakes and peanut brittle. Like, I don't know how to make peanut brittle, but I'm just giving ideas of things that you can do. There are candle making kits. You can grab those and make candles. You could buy a pre-made candle and you can decorate the outside with beautiful adornments. The ideas are endless of things that you can do for the person that you love to make them feel special and know that you thought about it. Because for me, those gifts mean more to me than things that are bought at the store, because you really did put some time and effort into it. And finally, again, I touched on it a little earlier, community care, not corporate shopping. Instead of a huge family gift exchange, maybe everybody pulls their money together and donate it to a local nonprofit who's doing amazing work, or to a local food bank, or to a local homeless shelter. You can support that small local bookshop, or a small local health food store, or a small Black-owned shop. No matter what it is, Find those small local businesses and put that money back into the community. Because remember, supporting those small local businesses helps to feed their family, but it is also doing something good for you. And whenever you can find it, shop and support those Black-owned businesses. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of those near me, but you best believe I find them when I do. I find them and I have gotten amazing gifts. Again, there are lots and lots of places to find Black-owned shops. A quick Google search will send you right to where you're looking. I'm just saying. Y'all, remember that all of this is going to make you feel good. It's going to bring back the true intention and the true spirit of the season. For me and my family, this holiday season, we are going to do one of the things that we've always done, and that is decorating our home. We are going to take ornaments and decorations that we have had for years, and we're going to pull them out and we spend the day and we just decorate. That is an amazing experience. I bake cookies, I make popcorn, we put on Christmas movies and Christmas music, and we have a ball. We love doing that together because that feeling is irreplaceable. I can't even put into words what that feels like, but it is an irreplaceable feeling. Then we cook together. There are some old family recipes that were passed down, and we get in the kitchen and we cook together. It's a lot of fun. Now I have to swat them away from eating while we're cooking because it makes us come up with less, but that is the beauty of the holiday. We're all running around in our little Christmas hats and our Christmas pajamas that we've had, again, for years. Or this year, I'm thinking I might make us new t-shirts with my Cricut machine. I've got a Cricut machine, so I'm probably going to make us new matching family pajamas this year instead of spending hundreds of dollars on pajamas from somewhere else. And that way I will get exactly the pajamas that I want in the first place. So I'm excited about those types of things. The hot cocoa, the hot apple cider, the movies, all of these things. These are the things that have lived with my kids their entire lives. And so now that they're becoming adults and they're going off to live, to go to college and to live on their own and things like that, those are some of the things that they say that they're going to miss the absolute most because they remember what that felt like because we've done this from the time they were kids all the way to the present. Well, my beautiful friends, I really hope that this gave you some ideas on different things that you can do in order to prevent that burnout, join in withholding your dollars and keeping it for the things that really matter and not feed this corporate greed, and also embracing the true meaning of the season, which is love and family and togetherness. So I hope this helped to get your juices flowing. I would love to hear from you. Wherever you are checking this episode out, I'd love you to leave me a comment and let me know what you will be doing this holiday season, because this holiday season is yours to define. Don't let fear or corporate pressures dictate you and your family's holiday joy. We are more powerful when we are intentional with everything that we do. All right? Rest, family, resist, and reclaim your peace. This time of year usually brings grief and sorrow. However, this year can be different. Protecting your well-being is an act of resistance. It's an act of love. And it is the true meaning of this holiday season. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season with your families. Take care, everyone. And I'll catch you in the next episode.